Today I bring you 4 great books that will help anyone who wants to quit drinking alcohol. Let's get started. Day 1. Quit Alcohol Without Willpower, Strategies and Tips for Success. One Man's Journey. One Man's Journey to Sobriety by Mr. Paul Stamp. Paul Stamp never intended to write a book. What began as a personal diary of sober accountability evolved into a self-help blueprint for quitting alcohol without willpower. A gripping, heartfelt narrative about the struggles, setbacks, and triumphs of early sobriety. With honesty, humor, and vulnerability, this narrative captures the raw emotions, withdrawal symptoms, and internal battles faced when deciding to leave alcohol behind, with practical tips for lasting solutions. Whether you're contemplating sobriety, currently on your own journey, or supporting someone who is, it offers valuable insights, encouragement, and proof that change is possible. If you've ever wondered what it feels like to break free from alcohol's grip, this narrative will take you there. Key takeaways. A real, unfiltered look at quitting alcohol, without preaching or judgment. Strategies for overcoming cravings, changing habits, and staying strong. A mix of raw emotion, humor, and practical advice to keep you moving forward. The reality of the first days, weeks, and months of sobriety. What to expect and how to push through. Breaking free from alcohol isn't just about giving something up, it's about reclaiming your life. It's an adventure worth taking. Where will your sober adventure take you? I liked this book on quitting alcohol, which can be said to be quite unique. The author tells his own experiences, and it is more like reading his diary. Instructive stories that give strength to anyone who wants to break free from the bondage of alcohol. The writing is extremely readable, but it is also helpful, and it can really help a person quit, if it is only because of the craving that it is difficult for him or her to put down the glass and he or she has not yet developed a physical addiction. I recommend it to everyone who feels that they need some help in the fight against alcohol, because this book can really help in quitting. Sober on a Drunk Planet. The Challenge. A 31-day guided sobriety journal with prompts and daily reflections for living sober by Sean Alexander. Unleash your sober superpower. Join the 31-day challenge to become sober on a drunk planet, with expert guidance, positive psychology, and more. Do you want more time, energy, and money to do the things you have always dreamed about doing? If you drink alcohol, it's likely you waste lots of time, energy, and money being hungover and unhappy. This challenge will set you on the road to alcohol recovery and show you how sober living can help you fulfill your dreams and goals. Following on from the international best-selling series, Sober on a Drunk Planet, Giving Up Alcohol and 3 Sober Steps, Sean Alexander delivers another life-changing quit-lit book, The Challenge. The Challenge is a 31-day guided sobriety journal, meticulously crafted to elevate your journey towards living a fulfilling, sober life. This unique challenge is not just a collection of prompts and daily reflections. It's a holistic approach to sobriety, enriched with insights from positive psychology, personal experiences, and professional wisdom of a qualified counselor, personal trainer, and financial advisor. This thoughtfully crafted journal is your companion through the ups and downs of sobriety, providing a structured, motivating, and inspiring path to self-discovery and lasting change. The challenge has been designed to help you win at becoming sober on a drunk planet, so you can benefit from all the life-changing prizes that sobriety offers. To help you complete the challenge, in addition to the journal prompts and guides, this sobriety journal also includes positive psychology. Immerse yourself in the principles of happiness, resilience, and personal growth, empowering you to embrace sobriety as a catalyst for a more joyful and meaningful life, rather than being hungover and unhappy. Personal experience. Alexander, a counselor with first-hand experience of overcoming challenges in alcohol addiction, shares drunken anecdotes and sobering reflections, fostering a sense of camaraderie and understanding. Professional counseling guidance. Benefit from the expertise of a qualified counselor who understands the intricacies of the sobriety journey. Professional insights are seamlessly woven into the fabric of the sobriety journal, providing practical tools and coping strategies to navigate the emotional terrain of sobriety with resilience and grace. Daily reflections. Each day, embark on a journey of mindful reflection, exploring the interconnectedness of your emotional, physical, and mental well-being. Alcohol Finance Tracker. You will be shocked at the cost of alcohol and the money you can make in sobriety. People, places, and things triggers. Understanding your triggers is key to being alcohol-free. Resentments. You might hate everyone by the time you get sober, and this is the place to let it go. Access to our amazing community. Nobody is better placed to help you than people who have already achieved what you want to achieve. Sean Alexander's work, Sober on a Drunk Planet, The Challenge is a very well-structured and extremely helpful journal, and much more than that. More, on the one hand, because it is not just a simple journal in which we can record data and information, but a complete book that also includes a journal. And it is a very good book. The essence of the whole writing is a 31-day, i.e. 1-month challenge, which is based on the complete absence of alcohol. Each day is a new chapter, which begins with the morning part, which is very encouraging and supportive, giving the necessary impetus for the new day. Then there is an introduction to a new topic and an excellent quote, and then a longer part that explains the given topic for that day. In terms of their content, these are very profound, informative, and clarify many things about alcohol, the person living in the bondage of alcohol himself, and many other things are discussed in it, all of which help a person to stay clean for that day. Then comes the final part of the chapter, which is the evening part, when we can take stock of the day. Overall, I think this is a very good work, creatively conceived, well edited and meaningful. It really supports anyone who needs help to stay sober every day. I recommend it to anyone who is struggling with this problem and has already made the decision to quit drinking, but is not yet completely clear on how. This book will help you every step of the way and help you through this challenge, which hopefully will be enough for everyone to get clean, to embark on the path of complete sobriety and to stay completely sober every single day, which is much better than any drink. Drunk and Confused, An Engineer's Approach to Sobriety by Jeffrey Holley. Drunk and Confused is a gripping memoir by Jeff Holley, a successful pharmaceutical engineer who battled with alcohol addiction and mental health issues for most of his life. In this book, Jeff shares his deeply personal journey of overcoming immense obstacles, the struggles that shaped him, the battles that pushed him to his limits, and the victories that transformed his life. He reveals the profound impact of childhood and adult experiences on his development and well-being, and how he grappled with anxiety, depression, and trauma. He also exposes the dark reality of addiction and how it became a desperate attempt to numb the pain and escape the clutches of his mind. Despite the darkness, Jeff's story is one of hope and resilience, highlighting the human spirit's strength. He explores addiction and mental health, aiming to break the stigma and offer insights and tools for recovery. He explores various therapeutic and psychological methods that paved the way for his transformation, from traditional therapy to mindfulness practices, cognitive behavioral techniques, and the support of those close to him. Through his honest narrative, readers are encouraged to reflect on their own journeys, find comfort in shared experiences, and discover the courage to overcome obstacles. As someone who's somewhat knowledgeable on the subject, who has researched and written a thesis on addictions, I dare say that this is an excellent book. By combining his own experience and professional knowledge, the author tries to help everyone who needs it. Authentic writing, as it is very honest and human, but also professionally grounded. I really like that the author also presents the tools that helped him, in case it will be useful to others in overcoming their addictions. I recommend this great book to everyone who feels like they can't get by on their own and who needs help, because this work can really provide support in the midst of difficulties. Loving Sobriety, a real journey from alcoholism, addiction and denial to recovery, contentment and joy through the 12 Steps and Sober Living Miracles by R.J. Boots. How to go from regret, denial, blame, and instant gratification to a more meaningful, content, and happy life. Finding your path to loving sobriety. Are you struggling with addiction to the point that you have powerful cravings when you take a break from alcohol? Do you often tell yourself that you couldn't possibly be like those people, due to unfortunate stereotypes that addiction is only for losers, slackers, and amateurs? Does the eventual realization that you are in the throes of addiction come crashing down like a ton of bricks? If so, you will find solace, understanding, and hope in this powerful and personal account. This book chronicles the author's struggles with addiction and denial and the impact on their life and relationships. Through candid storytelling and reflection, they share the highs and lows of their recovery journey, offering valuable advice on overcoming addiction based on their own complicated experience with it. Find the courage and push you need to triumph over your own battle with addiction by taking inspiration from R.J. Boots' story. Within the pages of this book, you will discover we must each find our path to acceptance, forgiveness, and loving sobriety. The transformative nature of working the 12 steps and how the process can give rise to a spiritual awakening and a renewed sense of purpose. That confidence, trust, and belief can be regained, even when it seems like you have lost everything of value. The role of sober living miracles and the profound sense of change and healing they bring. Why community, support, and accountability are vital pillars during recovery. The flip of the switch, that marks a turning point in the process of addiction. Why you cannot excuse, justify, deny, or control drinking. How to stop blaming your decisions and choices on someone or something else. The author's many close calls, including when taken to the hospital with a .40 blood alcohol level, nearly dying, and sleep crashing a vehicle going 70. How the author was able to stay sober throughout the loss of their sister, mother, and father in 1 year, and manage the responsibility that came with it. How to recover from addiction and experience a psychic change. You may be undergoing a stressful period and say that you'll quit alcohol or substance abuse when things get better. But in fact, addiction is only increasing your burden, making it very difficult for you to be your best, most resilient self when times are tough. This book will arm you with the powerful strategies you need to take the first step that will lead you to your own personal summit of sobriety. Through resilience, hope, faith, and love, it can be done. Alcohol is one of the most dangerous drugs and one of the biggest threats to society. Some people may be able to handle it better than others, but there is no doubt that it causes a lot of pain. This book will help you recover and not only stay clean, but love being clean. I really like the stories that the author shares about his own experiences with alcohol, and his honesty, the willingness to help that you can feel between the lines. The religious approach also likable and fits to this book. Introducing the 12 Points of Alcoholics Anonymous is also extremely useful and sure will help to anyone. I think that if you already have the intention and the determination, followed by actions, then the road can only lead up from there. And it gets easier and easier if you are persistent and consistent. At some point, you reach the condition where the longing ceases. But this, like everything, requires patience. As Jordan Peterson says, you have to find something in life to put above alcohol. Trust in God and that He always helps. Rely on this book, but the rest is up to you. Good luck, you can do it. If you liked this book recommendation and would like more similar content, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. The availability of the books can be found in the description. Happy reading, see you next time.